Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we'll be taking a first look at the new Windows 11 Insider Edition. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so in today's video we'll be taking a look at the Insider version of the new Windows 11. Now this is the just released today Dev Edition, which is on the 28th of June. 2021, if you're wondering, or maybe if you're watching this in retrospect, maybe years ahead in the future, and you're looking to see what it would have been like to have Windows 11 on release day. So let's not say too much about it here. Let's just go over to the desktop and take a good look at it. Okay, so let's take a look at the new Windows 11 Dev version. So this is the 28th of June 2021, and we're just booting up now into the new Windows 11 Dev release. There's a BIOS screen, not overly exciting, but it should give you an idea of the boot up times. Pretty snappy, doesn't seem much different, if anything, from the regular Windows 10. So it has gone in and automatically logged me in there. Normally you would see, let me just sign out. So this would be your normal first screen that you would see if there's multiple users on the PC or is waiting for a password, that kind of thing. So just an expanded version of the Windows desktop. So as you can see, it's 2241, Monday the 28th of June, release day for the Windows 11 Insider Dev release. On the desktop here, we've got our icon there for network connectivity. So you can click on there and it goes into other items. So you've got internet connection, accessibility controls, and you've got your power options, so you can shut down or reboot from there, same as we did before. Left hand side, pretty much same deal. So we've got our user account, so we've got my main account there and the test account, and you can just click to sign in, or obviously if you've got a Microsoft account you just put in your PIN or password or use Windows Hello, and then you'll be greeted by this. So this is the Windows desktop, Windows 11 desktop. This is one of the themes which we've got going. So we'll have a quick tour of the desktop. Again, similar, in fact almost identical to the previous Insider or the kind of leaked dev version which was on the market or for downloads, etc. And yeah, looks very similar. The things, I don't think, there's a few things which are slightly different. One of which is the icons. So if we right click on the desktop, straight away you'll see we've got this new design language for the context menus, and the kind of menus drop down or drop up. We've got options there, so you've got view, which is usual, sort by is always there. Next, desktop background, which is a common one. New item, which is your new document. You've got display settings, so you go straight into that as you would normally. Personalize, open in Windows Terminal, that's new. And you've got show more options, so that goes back and gives you the kind of the older context menus, but they are still rounded, not blocky. So yeah, you've got the traditional kind of stuff there. So some of the older features are still available. So if you click on to personalize, it will take you to the new personalization window. So we will go through these, I'll drill down one by one, but I want to go to the personalization one first of all, for one reason, and that is because I want to change the desktop to the normal Windows 11 one, which people are used to seeing. So there are the new themes. You've got 6 themes there, which you can choose. You can download more themes, they are available. And you can go and change things like background, change your background details as you would before, choose a photo, contrast in themes, all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much the same. Color wise, we've now got the option for light, dark and custom in the kind of color schemes, and you can turn transparency effects on or off. It does seem to be in this particular version, I'm not sure whether it's a graphics driver or what, but if you play around with this too much or it's not been completely shut down, there is a bit of a lag, so maybe we'll be needing a new Windows display driver for our NVIDIA card for this particular setup. Does seem to actually be a little bit more laggy than the leaked ISO, bizarrely, but I suppose we are using this new desktop design, or this new design language, etc. So anyway, accent colors, you can choose for recent colors, custom colors, all that kind of stuff, custom themes, personalization. You've also got lock screen, asking what you can do on lock screen, so whether you have the kind of the Windows Spotlight, which most people tend to have, pictures, slideshows, that's all usual. But this whole layout is very different, so we've got the settings on the side here, which is traditionally we would have kind of in blocks all around here, and then you've got your sub menu sections here, which are I actually quite like it. It's quite a fresh design. I've probably said that before, but I do still like it. Also, you've got the show the lock screen picture background on the sign-in screen. Some levels of configurability, I guess, if that's even a word. So you've got your sleep settings, etc., which is from there, and also you've got your screensaver options. So that brings up the old school traditional screensaver settings, and that's difficult for me to say. I don't think there's any new ones in there, so no, you've got the usual sort of stuff, ribbons, photos, bubbles, etc. Obviously you can install your own should you wish to. Also you've got things for lock screen, touch keyboard, your start menu, so you can choose to show recently added apps, all that kind of thing. Show the most used apps in the start menu, and show recently opened items in Start, Jump List and File Explorer, and folders as well, so you can choose ones which are actually showing in your Start folders, so you can choose to toggle those if there's ones you don't really want to have on there. So maybe you don't want to have downloads, for instance, you can turn that on. Sorry, these are all defaulting as off, so you can turn them on. So let's have settings, File Explorer, Documents, Downloads, and Network. And let's just have our personal folder as well. So there's personalization for your start menu, get help with feedback. So let's have a quick look at the start menu. So click on Start, you've got your recommended stuff there, and at the bottom here, there's the links to those bits that we've turned on. So normally you'd only have your power option, and I think possibly settings, but now we've got our folder for File Explorer, personal folder, our network, downloads, and documents. So you can turn those on or off. Really, they kind of only make sense if you can't see your taskbar, because essentially that can be replicated there anyway. But okay, the choice is entirely up to you. With these as well, you can choose to pin them. So let's pin settings to the taskbar, because we're going to be using that for a little bit. So I kind of like this, nice look. You've got all apps as well, so you can go through and scroll and find all your applications as you would normally. And you've obviously got sign in, sign out, lock, change account, all that kind of stuff, as you would have normally if you move your taskbar to the left, or if you're using Windows 10, which actually, let's go to taskbar settings. You can, of course, if you want to, you can get rid of search off the taskbar should you wish. Task view you can get rid of also, and widgets you can turn on or off, which may save you a little bit of CPU horsepower. Also, you've got things like your pen menu, touch menu, your overflow corner, and taskbar behaviors. So if you want to change your taskbar alignment to the left-hand side, more traditionally for Windows, then you can have it over to the left-hand side whilst you get used to the new operating system, which we'll probably leave it there for now. Automatically hide taskbar is still there, and show badges, so that's unread messages counter on taskbar apps. So let's go through and have a quick look at Windows Explorer, because that's actually, if we go through these, so obviously start menu we said already, so you've got all your things there, all apps, etc. The search function, same sort of deal as we had before, so you've got apps, documents, web, and more. And there's a couple more features you can add there, so search settings, indexing options for the hard drives, etc. So that is start. Next up is widgets, but we're not signed in on our Microsoft account currently on this account, so normally you'd have those there and you could choose which widgets you want. You can either click on the button or you can swipe in from the left-hand side if you're on a touch device. File Explorer has changed a little bit, a few little changes here. So now we've got copy, cut, paste, and all those kinds of things at the top here as default, which actually, I'm not too sure if I'm going to like that or not. We've also got options, so you can change how things look as they did previously. This looks slightly updated, so you can do what you want there. Again, desktop downloads, documents, all the kind of usual stuff. The folder icons are all changed. We've got OneDrive, and you can go into this PC. You've got the new design look. Network is pretty much the same as well, so check out all your network equipment. So it's populated it all pretty well there. If we go into this PC, actually, if you go into let's say Windows Old, so you could, if you want to, you can choose cut at the top there, copy, can't do paste obviously because we haven't cut it yet, rename, delete, and then you've got your other options there to change the view, etc. Might take a little bit of getting used to. Of course, if you want to, you can always right click and choose stuff that you would normally, so properties possibly, if you want to see how big a folder is, all that kind of stuff, sharing, security, all those things. They do seem to make it a little bit easier to navigate up this top section, although right clicking and choosing cut that might get a little bit tiring, I think. I'm not too sure. I do a lot of copy and pasting, so it'd be interesting to see how I feel about that in a short while. But we will persevere and see what it's like. So we're not in OneDrive yet, so we can't check that out. So that was the widgets and File Explorer. Next up, we've got Microsoft Edge, which obviously is going to run as it should do. Seems to work okay. I don't really use it a great deal, to be honest. I'm more of a Chrome man, but there you go. We've got the Microsoft Store, which opens pretty snappy, and again, this is going to be updated with all new apps, etc., from other providers as well, which is going to be an ongoing thing. So more people are going to be added, such as Adobe. There possibly might even be talk of Steam selling on there as well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. And obviously there will be other manufacturers and stores which will start doing it. At the moment, it seems that the Google Play services aren't going to be integrated directly in Windows 11. So there will be Android apps and APKs available as long as they don't rely on Google services. But obviously, Google services, you can install something like G-Lite or whatever and get your Google services, although that does go against terms and conditions of Google services, but there's, like with everything, there's a way around most things. So we'll maybe be doing that. This is broken down as per usual, so you've got home, you've got your apps, and then you've got gaming, and then entertainment. So pretty much everything is there as you expect, and also you can access your library, do updates, all that kind of thing, so you can update all, get your installations going. Twitter's been installed by default, and Candy Crush Saga, it would appear. So we'll be getting rid of those very shortly. So that is the store. Yeah, I think really there's a few other things. So you've got the show the desktop, you've got your network options, etc. Actually, we'll go through the rest of the settings page because we kind of started on that. So Bluetooth in devices is very similar. So add device is very similar to what it was before, just a slightly larger icon. Add device there as well, so you've got a bit of duplication there. Printers and scanners, so you can go in and find your scanners already installed, our Epson printer. So you can Windows can allow to manage the default printer, download drivers and device over meter connections, all that kind of stuff. Print server properties, so yeah, that's all pretty straightforward. Again, I do quite like this this interface. You've got cameras, so if you've got a camera or a network camera, you can add a network camera. USB cameras. Yep, so it's all pretty cool stuff. Nice and easy to navigate. So that's Bluetooth and devices. You've got the phone, obviously, mouse, that kind of stuff. Network and internet, you've got everything you need there. So it tells you about your internet connection, properties, it's a private network, and your data usage. You've got options for Ethernet, do VPN, proxies, dial-up, and advanced network settings. So if you want to change settings in there, you can do. Network resets, network adapter options, all that kind of stuff. Personalization, we had a quick look already. So yeah, background, colors, themes, lock screen, touch keyboard, start, taskbar, fonts, and device usage. You can kind of tell it what your PC is for, which I don't know why you'd really want to do that, but I think I said that in the previous video and I still don't really get it. But anyway, apps is again similar sort of things. So add remove programs is in apps and features. Default apps, you can choose what your default browser is. Yeah, all those kinds of things. I don't really get that personally at the moment, but still, we will, like I said before, we will persevere. So you've got accounts. This is a test account, as you can see. You've got your info, email accounts, sign-in options. So in sign-in options, you've got things like the facial recognition, which I think is going to be more and more of a thing, especially with TMP, fingerprint recognition, Windows PIN, security keys, etc., etc. Time and language, you can change all your settings in there. Gaming, you can turn on gaming mode, so when you fire up a game, it kills off some of the background tasks. And you've got your graphics card settings, so you can choose if you've got two different graphics cards, maybe if you've got a APU with a graphics card or a laptop, you can choose what kind of graphics card they use, or whether they're power saving, or whether they use the full kind of bandwidth available to the system. Might be useful, but maybe not. Accessibility, so you've got text size, visual effects, mouse pointer and touch text cursor magnifier, color filters, contrast themes, narrator, audio, captions, speech, filter, all that kind of stuff. That's all in there. Privacy and security, so you've got your Windows security, so virus and threat protection. You can see it's not actually turned on, so we'll go ahead and turn it on. It's nice user account control, it looks nice, slightly different, so that's turned on. I will do a quick scan. Very similar to before, so nothing I don't think has changed there. Device performance and health, which we kind of had before. Device security, so that may change as things go on with the TMP. So family options for adding parental control, adding family members to your accounts, all that kind of stuff, and protection history, which is basically backup. So you can back up things on there. And I guess the last one is going to be Windows Update. So you can check for updates. New icon there, so you click on that. It will check for your updates. You can pause updates if you want to, update history, advanced options like we had before, so you can choose whether or not you get updates for other products, and delivery optimization, that kind of stuff. And the Windows Insider program, which obviously we are a member of on this PC, but not this particular account, so that does change, but you can link accounts as you would normally. Yeah, I think that is that's pretty much it. So overall, actually, the look and feel very, very similar. If anything, it feels slightly more laggy than the previous leaked ISO. Possibly it's because the graphics driver. It seems okay, but some of the things like changing some of the display settings between light and dark mode clearly has issues. Actually, what we should do is if we right click on the start bar, apps and features, power options, basically most of the stuff that you inspect anyway. System, device manager. So I'll look in device manager and see if there's any issues. I don't think there is. As far as display adapters, yeah, we're showing that. So it's RTX 2060 Super. So yeah, it should be running as normal. Maybe again, this is a day one release, so possibly there will be graphics card drivers to help out here. Yeah, pretty much, I guess, is what we'd expect. There aren't any huge changes from the kind of leaked release. The look and feel slightly around here obviously is different in the settings page. Again, Microsoft go for that kind of unified look and feel, which I think I like. I think I'm gonna enjoy using it. It looks nice, it looks pretty. If they fix the minor bugs with the display settings, again, when we go from light to dark, if we can, where are we, personalization. So changing themes doesn't appear to cause any problems. It does that quite quickly and just gets on and does what it needs to do. But I think going from, color-wise, going from a light theme to a dark theme, yeah, that seems to upset the system a little bit doing that. I think it's still thinking about it. Oh, there we go. So yeah, we're still thinking about it. So yeah, there's clearly some work that still needs to be done to the system. We'll go back to the light mode. Yeah, bizarrely, themes seem to go very, very easily. But switching between light and dark mode does upset the system. Bizarre. Anyway, so there you go. There's a first look at the new Windows 11 Dev Edition. Actually, I should show you if I haven't already. I do apologise. I've actually recorded this video twice. So the first one I forgot to press record, as you do. So as you can see, this is Windows 11 Pro 21H2 on the 26th of the 6th, 2021, and OS build is currently on 22.000.51. So bear that in mind. Also, product key and activation we should look at. So it's activated, activation state is active, Windows is activated with digital license. You can, if you want to, you can change product keys, etc. Yeah, usual kind of stuff, not a lot more going on there. But yeah, looks quite clean, tidy. Hopefully it gets to be a little bit more speedy as time goes on. But yeah, seems to be very good at the moment. So there you go, there is the new Windows 11, the dev version, which has just been released today, the 28th of June 2021. Let me know in the comment section what you think of it. Are there any improvements? Is there anything in there which you would have expected to see? I actually quite like the new look of the settings panel. I think that whole design structure with those kind of segmented bits and the options on the side, definitely a lot newer and fresher than we had previously in Windows 10, where you had all the individual things kind of blocked out like icons almost. Which, considering Windows 11 is now kind of designed more for all devices, touch devices and etc. Actually, the control panel previously in Windows 10 might have been actually easier to navigate with a touch device because of those larger icon sizes. But anyway, let me know what you think about this one in the comment section. Sound off, are you going to be into Windows 11? Are you an insider? Have you tried it already? Kath's already nodding her head. She isn't going to go there. She's not going to go into Windows 11 for a long, long time. So anyway, do let us know what you think about it in the comment section below. In the meantime, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll see you in the next dev review. Thanks for watching.